Okay, I think I'm live. Sorry guys, I'm late tonight. There's some having some technical. I don't know. My life keeps kicking me out. So just bear with me tonight, please. I don't know. It's Friday night. Maybe that's why. Maybe it comes a Friday night. Yeah, who knows? All right. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. Let's share across social media now. Let's have a look. I think I'm live on. Let's see. What's going on? What is going on? Okay. Um, let's have a look. Okay. Good. It looks like the network or whatever it is not playing ball, but we'll see. All right, we'll see how that goes. Okay, bear with me. Okay, we'll see how that goes. If you are seeing what I'm doing, if you're seeing me on the internet, let me know. I'm completely frozen out. I don't know. Um, Completely frozen. Okay, you know what? Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna restart my computer. For some reason, it's not letting me do anything. So bear with me. By the way, I wish I could just get some music going. Let me restart the computer. For some reason, it's not. It's completely frozen me out. If you're on TikTok, let me know where you're joining from. Please share the live. I know it's Friday night, so you're gonna have a chill session tonight. Chill. It looks like I'm there, except that it's saying I'm not there. Okay, I can see that I'm live on. Okay, I'm live now. I'm live now. Okay, this is better. This is better. Um, Live now. Okay. Okay, I think I'm live, guys. So thank you for your patience. So tonight I want to talk about uh, something super interesting, and uh, I would like to make sure that if I'm sharing, that people can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So, but I would like to first recap everything we have been discussing this week as we wrap up for the week. This week we have spent time to talk about a number of things. I've been talking a lot about, analysis paralysis. If you are here, you would remember I mentioned that analysis paralysis is something that everybody needs to watch out for. I talked about that extensively. And then I talked about counting your cost, right? If you can see my screen, I talked about counting your cost, the cost of your decisions, basically. That's what that means. Um, there was a lot of examples I gave, where I explained to everybody the importance of, understanding what it is or what it means. What do you have to give? Exactly, that's the word. What do you have to part way with? What do you have to give away in order to achieve the things that you are seeking to achieve? So I talked about that extensively. And then we talked about global talent visa. Yeah. So on if you missed on the past episodes, please go check it out. And so many people have reached out as much as possible. We're doing our best to support everyone. Um, you know, because again, this is just a channel of support, right? Especially for immigrants, in the UK who need a path to settlement, right? So if you are one of those people, um, and maybe this is your first time of joining, or first time of joining this live stream, please check out the past episodes where this week, sometime this week, where I broke down decomposed the idea of the global talent visa. Yeah. And I think the most important thing to take away from that is the fact that you must be a person of value. In another words, you can say you must be a key person of influence, right? So that's the other way to look at it. You will be a person of value, meaning you should focus a lot on building your social capital, your intellectual capital, okay, and your personal brand, meaning your social capital. Invest in relationships, professional relationships, business relationships, career relationships. If you don't have a mentor, get a mentor, right? If you don't have a mentor, if you don't know how to get a mentor, buy books, read your books. In fact, if I show you my stack of books, you probably would maybe appreciate what I'm talking about. So buy books, invest in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in your mind. Yeah, invest in your mind. It will do you a lot of good. And even if you're doing all of that, and eventually maybe you don't secure the global talent visa, you would have done something good for yourself. You would have done something really good for yourself, right? You would have done something good for yourself. So the global talent visa, I would really recommend that if you are somebody that is interested in that, send me a DM. Let's have a look. I think that about 2 people. Let me see. There's 2 people on my list that I have not responded to. So this weekend, I think I should have some capacity, and then I'll come to you. But every other person I've responded to. Guys, like I said, this is purely something I'm doing just to help as much as possible. So if you're one of those people and you need help, please don't hesitate to reach out. Don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, so the global talent visa is basically one way, and I think is to a degree quite attractive way, because it doesn't require you to have a job, and you do not need the company to sponsor you before you can apply. So or for you to be able to apply and live and work in the UK. So check out the past video episodes where I talked about the global talent visa. Okay, then the other thing that I've spent time talking about. So today, Friday, I'm kind of just doing a recap, and then I'll finish off with a very short topic. The other thing I've talked about this week is the sponsorship job roles. Sponsorship job roles. How to get a sponsorship job. How to basically get a company to sponsor you, especially if you're in the UK. What I gave quite a number of ideas and tips that you can apply or you can adopt, that will put you in the right position where you have a stronger negotiating power, and also something that will make you stand out from the pack. As you probably can imagine, if you're looking for an opportunity to, secure your visa in the UK, or to get a path to settlement in the UK, it's not just you. There's so many people. In the last 2-3 years, the UK opened, it's in the news. The UK opened the doors to so many immigrants because, they were trying to, the government was trying to take care of the shortfall that happened as a result of Brexit. Yeah, so over 400,000, over 300,000 Europeans moved out of the UK, and then the UK government, of course, decided to take care of that by opening the doors to allow many other people to come and work and live in the UK, right? So, but one of the ways that you can achieve that is to be sponsored, is to get a sponsorship job. So we talk about skilled worker visa, healthcare workers, yeah, and people that want to work in areas such as maybe like a clergy, or as what's it called, minister of the gospel, minister of religion, and so on and so forth. So guys, check out those episodes, check out those lives where I've talked about that. Just check my profile and go and watch them. You will find a lot of value. If there's anything in particular that you would like me to cover, please feel free, send me a DM or ask, right? I know there's so many people on the internet these days. Everybody is preaching good and saying all sorts of things in terms of Everybody is now an immigration. I'm not an immigration consultant, just to be very clear, okay? I'm not a lawyer. I'm only just sharing based on my experience. I'm sharing what I know. I'm sharing what I've done. So this is not me saying that I'm selling you information. There's nothing to sell here, okay? There's nothing to sell. It's just a channel of support, all right? Then moving on very quickly to recap, I talked as well about the self-sponsor tier 2 visa. If you guys have followed me this week, I've talked about self-sponsor tier 2 visa. Self-sponsor tier 2 visa basically requires or involves the fact that instead of you getting a company to employ you or sponsor your visa or your stay in the UK, you actually could take over that responsibility through your own company, through your own business, right? And actually, off the back of this one, I have also shared a number of business ideas, excuse me, that you can consider, that you can look into. So if you have been following as well, I've shared a lot of business ideas and the business ideas I've shared is not an exhaustive list. Doesn't mean that anything else is not applicable. You can't use it. That was just me just giving out, tips and information that I believe could help somebody. I hope this is making sense. So if you are one of those people, again, you are considering, okay, I'm looking for COS, I'm not getting COS, my time is running out, I have 6 months left on my visa or 3 months or whatever. I need a way, and I need a solution, pretty much. So this is one of the things you can look at. Again, one of the things I said to you is that if you are interested, like when it comes to immigration matters, I specifically said I use the service of solicitors. Yeah, so I would advise you strongly, please seek legal advice. Seek legal advice. Seek advice from an immigration consultant or a solicitor. Guys on TikTok, please do me a favor by liking and sharing the live. Please share it so that TikTok sees us as. In fact, I think I'm going to have to next week. I'll talk about the schedule for next week. Hopefully over this weekend, we have to download the inspiration and decide what we're going to be talking about next week. So don't worry. But I was going to say that my background on TikTok, I'm going to have to change it so that I can see all the buttons. This is too white and it's not really good for my eyes. But please, if you're on TikTok, share the live and like it so that it's featured on the right places. I hope this is helping somebody, guys. So self-sponsorship, tier 2 sponsor is still tier 2. Same thing as having a COS, but the difference is that you will basically have to sponsor yourself. You have to set up a business, and your business will have to then request or apply for a sponsorship license from the Home Office. And with that, you then go in as an employee of your company, okay? And then you can sponsor yourself. Now, again, you should think about this very well. One of the things I say to people is, it's not just the vision or the idea for this should not be, I'm doing this because I want to just sponsor myself. Because if you're going down this route, you literally have to consider the fact that a business is synced separately by law to the person or to the people who created or who set up the business. So you have to be ready and willing and be clear what your business strategy is. Your business has to basically be making profit or should have a clear strategy to make profit. And that profit, or from that profit, you should be able, let's say profit, make revenue, generate sales, so that the company can then pay salaries to the staff, which will be you and maybe any other person that works in that company. I hope this is making sense. So like I said, This is not too different from tier two visa, except that you are literally taking your own destiny into your own hands. Okay, you're taking your destiny to your hands. And one of the things I said under this category, I talked about collaboration. You see, a lot of people, especially from the African community, collaboration is one of our weak points. Collaboration is one of our weak points. And I mean, it's important that when you are thinking about something like this, many times from my experience, I can tell you, as they say, two good heads or multiple good heads are better than one. Honestly, I tell you that in business, in relationship, in career, in anything, any endeavor, when you have people come together, honestly, they achieve a lot faster because it's not just one person thinking, analyzing, strategizing, executing, and then measuring and tracking and all that stuff. But you can divide those responsibilities, divide the thinking requirement, divide the thinking capacity, the analysis, the execution. So that way you are moving at a much faster pace. You are solving problems together. But again, collaboration means that you literally have to know the people you are collaborating with. You need to know, is there an alignment in terms of our business vision, in terms of our goal, in terms of where we're going, our direction, our values, our personal values? Because again, the numbers also point to the fact, statistics tell us that majority of startups fail as a result of co-founder disagreements. People are passionate, people bring a lot of vibe and energy at the start of a business, but as the business begins to grow and begins to make some headway, as things begin to happen, then individual differences creep in, and then before you know it, the business is boom, gone. All right. So if you're doing business collaboration, it's very important that you are very clear and you know the boundaries. You understand who you're working with. You guys know where you're going, and you are clear in terms of the direction of the business. I hope this is helping somebody. Guys, if you have questions specifically, please put them in the chat. I can see some questions coming from Instagram from somebody called Remy. So I'm going to put it on the screen. Look at this, guys. Imagine I create a company, but I have issues recruiting. If newcomers lie on their CV, for example, right? Remy, thank you for your question. I think I will try and decompose that. You said, imagine you create a company, but you have issues recruiting. Recruiting means you want to recruit talent. You want to recruit talent into your business. And then you have an issue in the sense that newcomers lie on their CV, meaning the applicants lie on their CV. Yes, this is an interesting one. One of the things that okay, I got your question. Okay, thank you, Remy, for the question. So if you create a company and you have issues recruiting, let me start by saying that when you have a business, the world has changed, right? So it's more about people now, yeah? When you have a business, your greatest asset or your greatest resource in the business are the people, all right? Your greatest resource are the people. The greatest asset in any business, most of the time, are the people. Of course, depending on the kind of business. If you have a manufacturing business, maybe your machinery or your intellectual property are your greatest asset. But again, I'm assuming this business has to do with people. You need people to run the business. Now, if people lie on their CV, there are so many ways that you can basically check that, right? And I'm going to be speaking from my own personal experience. If you can see, I don't know if you can see the logo behind me on my live. Okay, the guys on TikTok cannot see this. If you can see the logo behind me on my live, I'm the founder of Joy Momentum, right? And one of the things that we have when we recruit is it's not enough for you to apply, to just apply and we see your CV. We have two-stage evaluation process, right? And you might want to think about this, and there are systems you can use to make this happen. So I'll tell you what those two-stage evaluation processes. There is a process where we actually go through all the applications that we get, Yeah, so I have a team in our business. We have a team, HR recruitment team, and they look at all the applications as they come through, and they basically just do an eyeball check. Eyeball check, number one, in terms of the skills that the people who applied have on their CV, which is what you're talking about, versus the requirements of the job. And of course, yes, many people would have tailored their CVs to suit or to match the job requirements. So sometimes they will rise to the top of the pile because there's a keyword match. We have a recruitment system. So you need to have a recruitment. I'm assuming you have a recruitment system, okay, Remy? Now, when you do the eyeball check, let's say 100 people applied, and we can see that from our check and we call it selection or sifting, you choose 50 people or you choose 20 people, right? The first thing that we do is we invite those people for an assessment, a virtual, and when I say invite them for an assessment, it's not physical. We are not even a physical business. We are fully remote. We are 100% remote. So we invite you for a virtual assessment. Now, we have platforms that we use to carry out this assessment where we pay for. We pay for the software, we pay for the platform. Now, the assessment will come to you if you're an applicant, and you will be expected to complete the assessment. The assessment will be specifically for the type of job that you want to do in the company. So imagine, let's say you've advertised for, or you want to hire for sales analyst or sales, I don't know, yeah, for a sales role. In the system that I'm talking about, you would have to design an assessment. The questions are there, the test is there, everything is there. You just need to choose what you're hiring for. So if maybe there's something you need to have, you don't have it already, you might need to have it. So you choose and you build that kind of assessment. So once you choose the people that you think might be the right people for the job, you basically put their email address, you put their name, everything, and you press send. And you time it as well. You can time the assessment to say, this assessment, you've got to complete it within the next 3 days, or within the next 7 days, or within the next 14 days, depending on your business process, your recruitment process, right? Now, when you send that to them, the people get the assessment. Now, this assessment is not just question and answers or about, what's it called now? Theories, yeah? Of course, the theories will be there. So what they would have to do is they would have to answer the questions. And some of the questions are like, what's the word? Where you have to switch on the camera and record yourself, videos, yeah, in the assessment. So that's one of the things that we do. So even before we meet you at all, we have not met this person. By the way, we have not spoken to this person. We've just looked at the CV. We think that their CV matches the job requirement. Then we send them the assessment. When they get the assessment, they look at it, they answer the question, and then in the assessment, we choose the cutoff mark. We choose the cutoff mark before we send the assessment out. Now, if anybody doesn't meet that requirement or that cutoff mark, we do not invite them for an interview. It's as simple as that. They get an email automatically that says, we're sorry, unfortunately, you don't satisfy, you don't meet the criteria for this job. So if somebody has lied on their CV, that's one way to catch them out, because the questions in the assessment will test their understanding, will test their knowledge, and will test their personality, because you will see them when the results come. You will see the way they will be answering the questions. The system doesn't allow them to, I mean, some people can still beat that, okay? So that's one way to do it. Then if somebody passes the assessment and maybe they are above the cutoff mark, on the cutoff mark, then we invite them for an interview. Does that make sense? Now, even our interview process will be conducted. If imagine you're hiring for a sales role, we make sure that anybody that is going to interview or be at the interview will be somebody within our organization already who can understand and give a feedback whether this person is the right fit or not. So even if you pass the assessment and then during the interview, maybe let's say a sales role, we have a salesperson on the call who will also be asking questions. Tell me about this, tell me about that. What have you done here? What have you done there? If the person doesn't feel, meaning our own internal person, does not feel like this person will be able to do the job, depending on their feedback. So based on that feedback, we put it together and then we can choose and decide as well If anybody doesn't meet the criteria, we tell them, sorry, bye-bye. We will see you again, or you can apply another time if there's such an opportunity. Okay, fantastic. So that's how we do it. I mean, these things will always happen. Human beings will always be human beings. People will always be people. They will do something to want to beat or cheat the system. So no doubt. Yeah, Remy, yeah, very clear. Thanks for all the information, which you did, which is best. Oh, thank you. So I'm happy that you got that. So guys, like I was saying, business collaboration, find a way to collaborate with somebody. It will make your life and your business very easy. Okay, then the next thing I talked about already. I'm doing a recap of the things that we have covered on this live so far this week. And then over this weekend, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will have a schedule of what we're going to be talking about next week. Okay, so it's weekdays, Monday to Friday. And I want to continue going at this so far. I see how far I can go before I say, oh, now I need a break or something. So right now, we're on. So guys, for those of you who are looking for work, or those of you who are applying for jobs, please, it is very important, especially if you have come from, and this is nothing to do, I'm not trying to be, to shade anybody or shade any country or anything. Guys, value practical work experience above anything else. Place a lot of importance on practical work experience. Very, very, very key, guys. Very key. I know that this one, I will continue saying it. If you missed yesterday, I shared a story, excuse me. I shared a story yesterday about my personal experience where, somebody did vouch for me, right? Without even me knowing, on the basis of my skill and my professional experience, not on the basis of my academic or whatever, no, academic degrees or anything like that, because I didn't even have it at the time. I didn't even have them. I had dropped out multiple times from academic institutions because, I mean, guys, listen to the story. I shared the story yesterday. I don't want to repeat the story tonight because it's an interesting story. So if you missed yesterday's Epic Growth Live, if you missed yesterday's Epic Growth Live, go and listen to that story. Another time when I'm in the mood or when the anointing takes me that direction, maybe I would share the story again. But bottom line is this, guys. Place a lot of emphasis on your work experience. It's an investment in yourself. Okay? Your experience is one of the best investments you can make in yourself. Okay? And I've said a lot of things about this already, but I'm just going to touch on just doing a recap, like I said. If you are looking for, and as human beings, I know that this life can be difficult. People need money, people need to earn, to pay bills, to live, and all that stuff. But listen, if you are at the early stage of your career, or you're trying to make a career change or make a career switch, one of the things that can give you leverage is professional and practical work experience. So you can find these things everywhere. It's all over the place. You are not just looking, or you're not just taking advantage. They are everywhere, right? You can volunteer, you can support, you can share, you can teach. Like what I'm doing, anybody can do this. If you can plug your computer, what you know, start teaching other people. Start teaching, start sharing. Seriously, you'll be shocked. The more you share, the more you teach, the more you tell people, the better your skills, the better your skills. Many people don't even know how much they know. They think they don't know so much because they keep looking at other people and they think that those other people are better than them. Guys, stop self-sabotaging yourself. All right? Create your own platform if nobody's giving you the platform. Build your own platform. Create your platform for yourself. The internet has decentralized power. Start. Just start and see where it leads, see where it takes you. Are you following me, ladies and gentlemen? Are you getting value from tonight? I know it's Friday night and people want to chill. Maybe some people are already on their way to the club, or people are going to the church for prayers. Whatever it is you're doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen, just make sure that it's adding value to your life and it's taking you forward, it's moving you forward, okay? So please place emphasis on practical work. In fact, I'm going to talk about that in a minute, and I want to talk to parents. I want to talk to parents, but bear with me whilst I wrap this up. And of course, seek legal advice. I mean, I've said that a lot. One of the things I said this week is if you're doing a boot camp or a course, yeah, if you're doing a boot camp or a course, if it's not leading to work experience or leading to a job that you can actually do with your hands, not where they're just pumping theoretical knowledge into your head, guys, don't do it. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your effort. A lot of people, and I wrote an article about this in my newsletter. Let me tell you, if you do not know what the article is, I'll tell you. I'm just trying to check on LinkedIn. There's an article I wrote in my newsletter where I talked about the scam in the industry. It's a scam. Seriously, guys. It's a scam in the industry. If you are not aware, you need to be aware now, okay? You need to be aware. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. And if you are not subscribed to my newsletter, just go and search for my name on LinkedIn and subscribe. There's over 3,500 people there already. And, you know, I share almost every day different thoughts and different ideas, okay? So go and check it out, and you will not regret it. You will not regret it. All right, the article is, I think hang on, I'm going to find the newsletter. There you go. The newsletter, see all newsletter, so that you know what you're looking for. If you're going to check my newsletter, the title of my newsletter is the title of this live. It's called Epic Growth Newsletter, Epic Growth with Victor Sonde. The professional experience crisis, that's what I called it. The professional experience crisis, that is what I called it, right? That is what I called it. In fact, if you go and read that article, I'm not sure, I think I did a video about it as well. Let me see if I can put it on the screen for people to see, so you know what you're looking for. If you go on my social media, go on my LinkedIn, or go on my Facebook, you will find what I've just described. Give me a second. Let me see if I can locate it's called the professional. Okay, no, I don't have the slide here. I was going to show you guys the slide, but again, just go and check it. The professional experience crisis is a scam. Trainers, and I'm challenging all trainers, including myself, let's do better. Let's help people learn by doing. Let us help people learn by doing. The best way to learn is to do. Anything you are learning, and somebody is just pumping information to your head, you don't need to pay for that. Go to YouTube and go and learn it. Are you with me? Okay? And this is something nobody is telling graduates and job seekers. Nobody is telling graduates and job seekers, unfortunately. All right? So this is important. One question you must ask before you commit and pay for any training or any boot camp or any of those things. Ask this question, okay? Can you show me your product or service with real end users that I will work on during this program or during this training or during this boot camp? And don't fall for something that doesn't have real customers, or something that nobody is using or nobody knows about, nobody is working on. Are you following me, guys? Okay, we need to start teaching by doing, and this is where the world is going, guys. We've got to do better. So, guys, don't waste your money on all these courses or training that doesn't lead you, that doesn't give you any practical professional work experience. And finally, I talked about the fact that there are no menial jobs. No menial jobs, right? No menial jobs. So think straight, all right? Don't think that everybody must go and work in IT, everybody must work in tech. That is a fat lie, okay? I work in tech, guys. Listen, you don't have to work in tech. There are people who are not doing tech and they're doing way better than those in tech. Plumbers, electricians, construction workers, they're doing well. So don't everybody must not work in tech. Don't fall for all the Instagram stories of people showing, their nice laptops and whatnot. Trust me, if you have other skills or if you can develop yourself in other areas. In fact, I think one of the things I'm going to bring on this live is I will start talking about all the other vocational skills that I believe that people should be, our people, especially immigrant community, that you guys, we all should be getting more involved with, because these are the things that we can use to build our economy. It's not everything that is tech. It's not everybody that should work in tech. Yeah, don't chase only tech jobs, right? Go do the work that will give you value, that will give you longevity, that will give you prosperity, all right? And tech is even becoming, oversaturated with AI. I don't know what the future of developers or programmers look like right now. Are you guys following me? Are you getting blessed, guys? Right now, AI. If I was reading earlier today, NVIDIA, one of the biggest or most valued company in the world, they don't even use human beings to build their chips and everything. They use robots now they use AI to build their products for AI. I don't know if I'm making sense. Right? So we've got to start thinking as human beings, as we leverage AI, what are the sectors where that human beings will still be needed? The human touch is still very necessary. And start positioning yourselves. Start, learning and honing and getting experience in those areas. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm blessing somebody tonight. All right? I hope this is helping somebody. I think, don't fall for the lie that some people are doing menial jobs. There's nothing like menial job. So that's a wrong mentality. Please destroy that mentality and rub it off, scrub it off your mind. It's not true. There are no menial jobs. As long as you do work that is meaningful, that is impactful, and it puts money in your pocket, you can take care of yourself and your family. You're doing fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. You're doing fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. So that is a wrap up for everything we've covered this week. And I really want to say massive thanks to everybody who has been a part of the podcast this week. Before I go tonight, I want to talk about something that I think is super important. If you can see my screen, I want to talk about why a degree alone won't guarantee your teenager's success. Why a degree alone will not guarantee the success of a teenager. Now, I'm a parent. In fact, I'm a teen parent. So many of the things that I'm sharing with you guys, they are not things that I don't like talking about things I don't know about, or I've not done, I've not experienced, because I'm quite passionate when I talk. So I want to be able to talk from experience or talk about what I know. Yeah, I hope I'm making sense, guys. I hope I'm making sense. So what I'm sharing with you tonight is just a few tips, and I want to challenge you. If you are a parent or you know somebody who is a parent, please, I'm not saying that don't send your young ones or your young adults or your teenagers to school or to get a degree. No, that's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that degree alone is no longer sufficient to guarantee their success. It doesn't really matter what they are studying. It doesn't matter what they are learning. That degree alone does not or will not guarantee their success. Okay? And I'm happy to be challenged on this. If anybody has a different thought, if anybody thinks what I'm saying is not true, let's debate it, guys. I really want to talk about it. All right? In our generation, we were told, go to school. Yeah, when you go to school, after school, go get a degree. Yeah, get a degree and then get a job, and life will be rosy and smooth and easy. That's what we've been told. That's what our parents knew, right? But I think we will be doing a disservice to the next generation if we are telling them the same story, because that story, or if you're telling them the same story, or if we are leading them in the same direction, I think we'll be doing them a disservice. I think it will be unfair to do that to them. Okay? So I'm sharing this because I believe that a lot of parents, it's very easy for you to basically transfer. It's very easy. We are human beings, right? It's very easy for us to transfer the things we know or the things we have been told by our parents down to our children. All right? But this is one of the things that we have to start rethinking. We have to change how we do this, right? A degree alone is not enough. Number one, degrees don't teach confidence or workplace skills. I say that. Academic degrees don't teach confidence, they don't teach workplace skills. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. At Joy Momentum, we have a program that we invest equivalent of £5,000 in anybody that comes to apply for our placement program or our internship. You can check it out, joymomentum.co.uk. You can apply to our global digital internship, and you can apply for any role. We have a lot of vacancies. We publish new vacancies. We need a lot of people to come and learn with us and work with us and invest in us. And then we invest back in you over a period of 6 months. All right, that's what we do at Joy Momentum. We have a product called Global Digital Internship, a service rather. Right? If you're trying to become a business analyst, data analyst, cybersecurity, project manager, developer, backend engineer, DevOps, whatever, right? Sales, content developers, product marketer, whatever you're trying to do, there's a role for you at Joy Momentum. And the beautiful thing about Joy Momentum is you can also move and switch roles. I know people who have come and worked as performance analysts, and now they're working as AI ML engineer, right? Still in Joy Momentum. Listen, the reason why we're doing this is because that is our model. Our model is to invest in people and they invest in our organization. And that way is a win-win. Same biotech, everybody wins. You win by securing yourself professional work experience, workplace confidence, portfolio, a personal brand, social capital, something. These are things that if you go to your regular traditional school, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it, right? You get the degree, you get the certificate, but that's about it. You're not going to. And you know what's interesting is when you get the degree or get the certificate, it doesn't quite amount to a lot, because then what happens? I know that a lot of jobs will still put it BSc in this or MSc in this and all of that. Trust me, they know what they're doing. They are putting all of that because it's just a game, right? Everybody's playing the game, and they've got to play the game because the universities are making profit, right? But the truth is, when the reality hits the ground and when they start talking to you, they are more interested in what you can do. Okay, quote me anywhere, guys. They are in the companies, hiring managers, recruiters. They are interested in what you are able to do. And the question we ask you is, this job, except you're applying for maybe even an entry role, you want to be able to go there with confidence that, listen, I have 6 months experience. I have 1 year experience. That gives you an edge above everybody that is green. I hope this is making sense. That gives you an edge, right? That gives you an edge above everybody that is applying. So degrees don't teach this. They don't teach it. Maybe now you see some of them, they do placement, they help you with placement. But even now, I know for sure that a lot of them are even struggling to find placement for people, for their students, right? And why is that the case? Because the economy is not very favorable. Companies don't want to hire as much. So listen to me, guys. If you have a young person, a teenager, a young adult, please, as early as possible, set them on the path of work experience. Set them on the path. And listen, this is my true life story, guys. My personal story. I'm not kidding you. I was privileged because my dad set me on the path of work, professional work experience, very early in my career. And I'm forever grateful to my dad for that. I kid you not. I kid you not. Not because he just felt like degree. No, he did it because he didn't have money or it wasn't the life issues or whatever, right? But it just made me realize, listen, the degree is not what you really need. It's not what really matters. You get a degree whenever you get a degree, but focus on building capability, building relevant skills, and honestly, your work will speak for itself. And I tell you, my life, my career has been a true testimony of that. So I'm not saying what I don't know, right? And I'm not saying something I've not experienced. Okay, if you have questions or if you have anything you want me to address, put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. All right. Degrees don't teach confidence and they don't teach workplace skills. They don't. I've met a lot of graduates. I've seen a lot of graduates after uni is asking questions. What am I supposed to do? What's my life purpose? Right? Somebody said, I think I recognize you. I feel I've met you. Okay, yeah. Do you come into schools? Yeah, occasionally, not all the time. Yeah, but I do come to schools. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe someone that looks like me. But listen to me, guys. Degrees don't teach confidence. They don't teach workplace skills. So while your teenager or your young adult is earning a degree, someone else is gaining real-world experience. Employers want more than theory. Yeah. Jokers in the comment section there. Employers want more than theory. They want skills and they want confidence. They want skills and they want confidence. Okay. So, like I said, I've met quite a lot of graduates who, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. Don't take it like, oh, it's being arrogant or being difficult. No, I'm saying reality, fact. Yeah, fact. Graduates who are asking questions and they are after spending 3-4 years in the school and they have built social skills and everything, but then they come out, there are no jobs, right? And then because there are no jobs, they begin to question their lives, they begin to question their choices, they begin to question their purpose, they begin to question their confidence, they begin to feel like, what exactly are they supposed to be doing? But imagine that somebody, as you're doing, I met a lady the other day in what's it called? In Birmingham, is it Birmingham? I can't remember. Birmingham, no, not Birmingham. Somewhere, a youth camp this last summer, right? And I gave her, myself and my daughter went to it, we saw her. And she was saying that she applied for apprenticeship, yeah? And she got apprenticeship as a software or as a programmer, junior developer with this company. But then she's also in uni. So she does apprenticeship program for I think 3 days a week or something like that, or 1 day a week or 2 days a week she goes to uni, but then the other 3 or 4 days a week she's at work, right? Now let's do a simple analysis. If that lady, by the time she's finishing her degree in computer science, right, she already has 4 or 5 years work experience. By the time she's finishing her degree, completing her degree and graduating in computer science, she already has 4 or 5 years experience. In fact, I would say she will already be like a team leader, if not a manager already. Now, when she's graduating on the graduation day, there will be other people in the room who have spent the same 4 years or the same 3 years in the same program, and they have zero experience. They have zero experience. That person who has the experience, who has been through the apprenticeship program, will be their boss or will interview them, will hire them, because definitely they will know more than them. And the chances of this person who is doing the apprenticeship and doing the job experience of doing well in the degree, because they are applying the real life knowledge in their academics, the chances are higher because they will do well. They will understand the subject matter. Am I making sense, guys? So if you have a teenager, if you have a young person, maybe they're finishing A levels or they are going to college or whatever, guys, please prioritize work experience for them. Get them to start working. It doesn't really matter it doesn't really matter the kind of job or whatnot, but make sure it's professional work experience that will give them the skills and the confidence and the confidence such that when they finish, by the time they are doing or finishing the degree, they come out as a well-rounded person with resilience, with integrity, with wisdom, with experience, with knowledge, and the skills to face the world and take the world by, take the bull by the horn. I hope I'm making sense, guys. This one I'm talking to parents. This one is a message for parents. So if you're a parent, please, my message tonight is for you. Okay. The second thing is practical work experience is greater than theory. Ask yourself this question. Would you hire somebody who has never worked in the particular field, but they know the theory? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hands-on experience win every time. Apprenticeship, internships, work placement, these are the real key to success. These are the real key to success. And if you are on this call tonight, I can say roughly about 40, 50 people on the call. If you're on this live tonight and you are thinking to yourself like, wait a minute, I'm not even a teenager, right? I'm more than a teenager, more than an adult. And I need experience. I realize that I've invested my time and my effort maybe in the things that are very theoretical. I've just focused on uni and I've just focused on my school. And now I'm looking for work and I'm not making headway. It's not too late, guys. It's not too late, okay? It's not too late to get the experience. Check out Join Momentum. Check out Join Momentum. Apply for the Global Digital Internship, or you can even apply for the Career Accelerator Placement, whereby with the Career Accelerator Placement, you do not need to go through the assessment or the interviews. It's a guaranteed placement. You guarantee yourself because you will be sponsoring yourself 30% of the program tuition value. It's a simple logic, guys. Simple logic. You sponsor yourself 30%, and you are sure that you will get a 6-month work experience program. It's not paid, but you are getting value. You get professional experience, and you level up your career. So back to the people I'm speaking with. Back to the people I'm speaking with tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a parent, guys, prioritize experience for your young adult. Number 3, your child could be missing out on bigger opportunities. Your child or your teenager or your young adult could be missing out on bigger opportunities. They could be missing out on bigger opportunities if you do not do this for them. I'm a parent and I have a teenager, and I'm saying this because this is so I'm not saying something that I'm calling something from the blues, or I'm just making something up. I'm saying this because I feel it's a message that I really want, parents to think about and prioritize. Please prioritize this. Your child could be missing out on big opportunities. Those who combine education, and when I say education does not necessarily mean traditional education or academic degrees. Even your professional certifications, and even your vocational training, any type of training that basically teaches you the theory, it is very important that you combine work experience with it. You'll be able to climb the career ladder faster. Degrees and certifications alone are no longer enough to guarantee success. Listen, even with the advancement in artificial intelligence, now many jobs are being cleared off the table. Content writers, programmers, developers. There was a time program development was top notch, right? Those days are coming potentially might be coming to an end soon, or maybe not, but very fewer developers will be needed because they have to have some specialized skills that we cannot get from artificial intelligence, which is not a lot. Are you guys following me? So guys, if your child is not taking this approach, they could be missing out on much bigger opportunities. I remember, early days in my own career, I was told that, listen, you have professional work experience, but you are still an undergraduate. You have not finished your degrees. When you, in fact, I remember somebody, a mentor told me, you know, that I respect a lot in one of the big four consulting firms in my early days of my career. He said to me, I like you, I like your experience, I like the work you've done. I couldn't believe that you were the accountant of this big organization when I came in here, and you've done a fantastic job leading this team, doing this work. I would love to have you, or I promise you that I will get you a role, either in a consulting firm. I mean, I eventually worked in consulting, but not through him. But I'll get you a role in a consulting firm or in a bank, a financial service, in financial services. The day you get the degree, come and talk to me. Can you imagine? Maybe I should go and call him now, because now I have the degree. But the point I'm making is this, right? At that time, the degree was the yardstick. But that time is gone. It's gone. That time is over, ladies and gentlemen. That was our time. I'm talking 10, 15, 20 years ago. All right? That's what I was told. Right? In fact, I lost quite a number of job opportunities as a result of that. But over time, things began to change. I began to realize that there were a lot of organizations that actually prefer to have someone like me, not because of the papers or degrees we carry, but because of what we are able to bring to the table, the value that we're able to command, the work we're able to deliver. Are you following me, ladies and gentlemen? So please, you owe it to your younger adults, you owe it to your teenagers, not to miss out on bigger opportunities by giving them an approach that combines professional experience, even if you have to pay for it. Listen, you pay thousands of pounds for these degrees. Excuse me. Yeah, you pay thousands of pounds to get this masters, to get this what's it called, the BSc degrees. You pay many people even go into student debt to get these degrees. I don't understand it, right? But I'm not challenging if that's not my job. I'm just saying I want to help the people who are listening to my message, and the people who are getting blessed by what I'm saying. And I'm telling you, for your children, we have made the mistakes, we have learned the hard way. That's fine, but please don't pass this legacy down to your children. It doesn't matter what they're learning. Make sure that they're combining the ability to do stuff, life skills, social skills, communication skills, workplace skills, teamwork, things that will make them valuable beyond the confines of the academic or the traditional educational workspace. I tell you, let's do this for our children, ladies and gentlemen. All right, look at this statistic on my screen. If you can see my screen, this is the statistic. 90% of UK apprentices, they secure jobs, or training after completion of the apprenticeship. So listen to me, guys. Apprenticeship are not just a backup plan. They are the plan. Apprenticeship program is the plan. Are you following me? Internship in Nigeria, for example, where I come from, right? When you finish your degree or when you finish university, you have to go for something called National Youth Service Corps. NYSC it is called, right? I love the idea, honestly, because I believe, and please feel free, if anybody knows more about this than me, put your comment in the chat or put your question in the chat. I will read it out. I feel like the program's aim is to provide relevant work experience for the graduates or for the new graduates for about a year before they are released into the marketplace or into the workplace. I think that's the intention. But unfortunately, I don't think that is what is happening, because the jobs or the places where those guys who get that relevant experience, they're not getting the experience. Not everybody, maybe not say totally, but not everybody is getting. I never experienced that, so I don't know much about this, but I know that this is a this is a long-standing program in Nigeria. It's nothing happen abroad in the West or anything, but I know that in Nigeria they have NYSC, and the NYSC is supposed to give you experience. But how many people get the relevant workplace experience from the NYSC program? I'm happy to be challenged. Show me the stats. Show me the stats, right? When they could have been doing that whilst they're in uni, whilst they are doing the undergraduate degree or studying in uni, they could have been getting the experience at the same time. That is what apprenticeship programs are doing for so many young people, especially in the UK. And I want to say this, if you're on this live stream and you know something about this in Nigeria, for example, and you think it's something you want to do or you want to introduce, maybe the government or you know anybody, please take it to them. And let's come up with ideas that give our young people that relevant experience while they are still studying or getting the theoretical or the academic degree. Except you are planning to become an academic, a professor or something, you even at that, you still need, if you look at people doing PhD, what do you think they do mostly in their PhD? It's research. It's research. But why do you have to wait until PhD before you invest a lot of research skills and professional in undergraduates? Am I making sense? The young people these days, this is the age where the little ones already know how to use technology by the time they are one. They are born, even the Gen Z, they are born with technology, right? Millennials, most of us, maybe some millennials, we caught up on technology maybe a bit later in our lives. But now information is at the tip of these people. They know everything, like before you even blink, they already know everything, right? So why do you have to wait and put them in the same system that doesn't give them the relevant skills and the life skills they need until they are 18 or 19 or 20? That is too late. That is way too late. I don't know if I'm making sense. Anyway, so let's move on. If you have anything about this, please feel free to share. So guys, if you're a parent, it is time to rethink what we refer to or what I have called traditional education. Rethink it, please. Rethink it. Let's rethink it as parents. All right? Let's rethink it as parents. Again, ladies and gentlemen, stop thinking of apprenticeships or work placement as optional. They are essential. Essential. Sponsor your teenager. Sponsor your young adults to get work experience and career coaching. They need to stand out in a crowded marketplace. Listen, as you are trying to save money and you are paying for them to get, academic degrees and whatnot, please pay for them to get experience, pay for them to get career coaching when they are still teenagers. Listen, this could potentially change the trajectory of their careers. Let them let them learn emotional intelligence. Let them learn leadership skills. Let them learn life skills. Let them master workplace skills. Let them master teamwork skills, how to work as a team. Let them master how to facilitate. Let them master how to communicate professionally. While they are still young, while they are still teenagers, they can do it. They have the information. They know better than we do. You'll be shocked. They know better than we do because they have information. All right? So guys, let's invest in our young adults. Don't just think that your money is meant to pay for the university degree. If it means that you want to sponsor them to guarantee their 6 months experience, apply to join Momentum and let them come and work. Let them come and work. Seriously, guys. Let them come and work. I really appreciate the parents of people. There's a young man in Join Momentum. I'm not going to mention him. I'm just saying this. And he didn't apply to Join Momentum. No, he did not. He didn't know anything about Join Momentum. Guess who applied for him to come and get experience and work in Join Momentum? The father, the dad. In fact, and if the person is listening to this, I'm saying this and I'm saying this as a commendation, and I'm saying this as respect to you, and I'm saying this that I appreciate because you are one of those parents that I'm talking about tonight who is leading by example. Yeah, and I'm saying this because this is something every parent should be doing. If you have a young adult, you have a teenager, this is what you should be doing. Are you following me? He spoke to a friend of mine, and he was trying to decide. My son has a flair for tech. My son is just finished secondary school. He's maybe doing A levels or something, and is kind of working on trying to just do some menial jobs just to keep body and soul together and all that. But I really believe that he has a future, and I want him to build skills that are relevant. I want to expose him to the workplace, not just whatever is available within his environment or within his community. And the friend said, I know a place where he will feel part of a professional community. Initially, it might be a bit out of place, and that's what happened. Early days, it might be like, what's going on here? Why am I here? Why am I getting brought into these meetings? Why am I getting pulled into this? Why am I giving this type of work to do? This is boring stuff. That's what Gen Z will say. That's how they will feel, right? But they are building skills, resilience, right? Mental toughness, adaptability, flexibility, things that will make them valuable professionals and command the respect that they deserve in their future. And the father paid. He didn't take him through GDI. He put him through career accelerator placement, and he paid 30%, £1,500 for the young man to get into the program, guaranteed a spot in the program. You can do that for your young adult, ladies and gentlemen. That's my message tonight. Okay? That's my message tonight. So I have a question for you as I wrap up tonight. Is your young adult prepared for the real world? That's a question I want you to take away. If you are looking at your young adult as you're going to bed tonight, as a father, as a mother, you are looking at your teenager and you are thinking about their future. Answer this question honestly. Is this guy or is this girl, have I prepared this person or this girl or this child for the real world? Have I? If you have not done that, really, real world experience builds confidence, portfolios, career-ready skills. How can you influence the future of your young adult? Let's equip the next generation for success. Okay? Let us equip the next generation for success. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up tonight. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for your time. I hope this has helped somebody. I hope somebody has found value in the conversations tonight. Thank you for the engagement. And I will see you again next week, Monday to Friday, weekday, 9 p.m. sharp. Make it a date. Hopefully, over the weekend, I will share some insight into some of the things we will be dealing with or trashing out in this live talk next week. On this note, enjoy your weekend. Your future is bright. Your potential is limited. Thank you and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.